The stars twinkled in the night sky, oblivious to the grand events unfolding beneath them. On a small blue planet called Earth, life went on as usual. People worked, played, and dreamed, unaware that their world had caught the attention of a vast and powerful civilization. Far beyond the edges of our solar system, the Galactic Empire's scout ships hovered silently. Their advanced cloaking technology made them invisible to Earth's primitive sensors. The alien observers watched with growing interest as they studied the planet and its inhabitants. Commander Zix, a tall, slender being with shimmering purple skin, stood on the bridge of the lead scout ship. His large, multifaceted eyes blinked rapidly as he processed the data streaming in from various sensors. "Fascinating," he muttered to himself. "These humans are more advanced than we initially thought." His second-in-command, Officer Vreen, approached with a worried expression. "Sir, should we be concerned? Their technology is progressing at an alarming rate." Zix waved a long, six-fingered hand dismissively. "They are still centuries behind us, Vreen. There's no need for alarm." But even as he spoke, a flicker of doubt crossed his mind. The humans had gone from horse-drawn carriages to space exploration in a mere century. What might they achieve in another 100 years? Back on Earth, in a top-secret underground facility, Dr. Emily Chen peered into a powerful electron microscope. Her eyes widened as she studied the strange material before her. "This can't be right," she whispered, double-checking her readings. The sample had been recovered from a meteor that crashed in the Siberian wilderness. Its atomic structure defied all known laws of physics. Across the ocean, in a bustling New York City, reporter Jack Thompson was chasing down a lead. Conspiracy theories about alien visitations had been circulating on the internet for years. But this time, he had something concrete. A blurry photograph taken by a reliable source. As Jack examined the image on his computer screen, his heart raced. The object in the sky was like nothing he'd ever seen before. It was sleek, impossibly fast, and definitely not of human origin. Meanwhile, in the White House Situation Room, President Sarah Martinez listened intently as her advisors presented their findings. Strange anomalies had been detected in Earth's upper atmosphere. Radio telescopes had picked up signals that couldn't be explained by known phenomena. "Madam President," the Secretary of Defense said gravely, "we believe we may not be alone in the universe, and whoever's out there, they're watching us." President Martinez's face remained impassive, but her mind was racing. If this was true, it would change everything. How would humanity react to the knowledge that alien life existed? More importantly, were these potential visitors friendly or hostile? As these events unfolded on Earth, Commander Zix made a decision. He opened a secure channel to the Galactic Empire's Central Command. "This is Scout Ship Alpha reporting," he said, his voice filled with excitement. "We've found a planet of particular interest. The inhabitants call it Earth. They're primitive but show great potential. I recommend immediate contact and assimilation into the Empire." There was a long pause before the reply came. "Understood, Commander. Prepare for the arrival of the Imperial fleet. Earth will be the Empire's newest acquisition." As the transmission ended, Zix allowed himself a small smile. Soon, he thought, these humans would know the glory of serving the Galactic Empire. Little did he know that the people of Earth had other plans, and they weren't about to roll over for anyone. Not even a vast interstellar empire. The stage was set. Humanity's greatest challenge was about to begin, and the outcome would determine the fate of not just Earth, but the entire galaxy. Ad faced its greatest challenge yet, and emerged stronger, not through force, but through understanding and unity. The multiverse watched in anticipation, wondering what this remarkable species would do next. Whatever the future held, one thing was certain. Humanity's journey among the stars was far from over. It was, in many ways, only just beginning. As the Galactic Empire's ships drew closer to Earth, strange things began to happen. People all over the world reported seeing odd lights in the sky. Cell phones stopped working for no reason. TV and radio signals got mixed up, playing broadcasts from decades ago. In New York, reporter Jack Thompson was hot on the trail of the biggest story of his life. He met his source, an old man named Bill, in a quiet park. "I used to work for the government," Bill said, his hand shaking as he handed Jack a folder. "What's in here will blow your mind." Jack opened the folder and gasped. Inside were clear photos of alien spacecraft and documents about secret meetings with extraterrestrial beings. Meanwhile, in her lab, Dr. Emily Chen made a breakthrough. The strange material she had been studying started to change shape on its own. It formed into a small glowing sphere that floated in the air. It's alive," she whispered in awe. Suddenly, the sphere projected a hologram. It showed a map of the galaxy, with a blinking light moving towards Earth. In Washington, D.C., President Martinez called an emergency meeting. The room was tense as she addressed the world's top leaders via video call. "Ladies and gentlemen," she said, her voice steady despite her racing heart, "we have confirmation. We are not alone in the universe, and we may be facing a threat unlike any we've ever known." The leaders argued about what to do. Some wanted to try and talk to the aliens. Others said they should prepare for war. In the end, they agreed to keep it a secret from the public while they got ready for anything. Up in space, Commander Zix was getting impatient. He paced back and forth on his ship, his purple skin shimmering with frustration. "Why haven't we attacked yet?" he asked his second-in-command, Vreen. Vreen looked nervous. "Sir, there's something odd about this planet. Our sensors are picking up energy readings we can't explain. Maybe we should be careful." Zix laughed. "Careful? They're primitives. What could they possibly do to us?" But even as he spoke, alarms started blaring all over the ship. Their systems were being hacked by an unknown source. Back on Earth, in a secret underground base, a team of the world's best hackers cheered. They had managed to break into the alien ship's computers. "We're in," shouted Maria, the lead hacker. "Quick, download everything you can." As data streamed onto their screens, they realized they were looking at the aliens' battle plans. The Galactic Empire was planning to attack Earth in just 3 days. In New York, Jack's story about aliens hit the news. At first, people thought it was a joke. But then more evidence came out. Videos of spaceships, recordings of alien signals. Soon, the whole world knew the truth. Instead of panicking, something amazing happened. People came together. Scientists shared their research openly. Countries that were once enemies now worked side by side. Dr. Chen's discovery turned out to be a powerful energy source. It could power whole cities and even spaceships. Governments around the world rushed to build defenses using this new technology. As the deadline for the alien attack drew near, humanity wasn't cowering in fear. They were getting ready to fight back. Commander Zix watched all of this with growing alarm. These humans were full of surprises. For the first time, he wondered if maybe, just maybe, the Galactic Empire had bitten off more than it could chew. The stage was set for an epic battle. Humanity versus the Galactic Empire. David versus Goliath. And as the alien ships prepared to attack, the people of Earth sent out a clear message to the stars. "We will not go quietly. We will not surrender. This is our home, and we will defend it." The greatest fight in human history was about to begin. The day of the alien invasion arrived. The sky turned dark as thousands of Galactic Empire ships entered Earth's atmosphere. People around the world looked up in fear and awe. Commander Zix stood proudly on the bridge of his flagship. "Begin the attack," he ordered. But as the first alien ships fired their weapons, something unexpected happened. Their energy beams hit an invisible shield and bounced off harmlessly. On the ground, Dr. Emily Chen smiled as she watched the aliens' confused reactions on a big screen. Her team had worked day and night to create a planetary shield using the alien material she'd studied. It worked. She cheered, high-fiving her colleagues. In New York, reporter Jack Thompson was in the middle of the action. He held his camera steady as he filmed the alien ships hovering over the city. "This is Jack Thompson, reporting live from Manhattan," he said, his voice shaking slightly. "The alien invasion has begun, but humanity is fighting back." Suddenly, a group of sleek, Earth-made fighter jets zoomed past. They looked nothing like regular planes. These were built with reverse-engineered alien tech, piloted by the best pilots from around the world. One of these pilots was Maria, the hacker who had broken into the alien systems. She grinned as she maneuvered her craft, firing energy weapons that actually damaged the alien ships. "How do you like us now?" she shouted as another Empire ship went down in flames. In Washington, D.C., President Martinez coordinated the global defense from a high-tech war room. Holographic displays showed battles happening all over the world. "We're holding our own," her military advisor said, sounding surprised. The aliens weren't expecting this level of resistance. But the president knew they couldn't celebrate yet. "Keep pushing," she ordered. "We need to show them we're not an easy target." Up in space, Commander Zix was furious. Nothing was going according to plan. These humans were using technology that shouldn't exist on such a primitive world. "How is this possible?" he roared, slamming his fist on a control panel. Officer Vreen approached cautiously. "Sir, we've intercepted some of their communications. It seems they've been preparing for us. They knew we were coming." Zix's eyes widened in shock. Had they underestimated these humans so badly? Back on Earth, the battle raged on. In every major city, people fought bravely against the invaders. Regular citizens worked alongside soldiers, using whatever weapons they had. In London, a group of teenagers used drones to distract alien ground troops. In Tokyo, engineers turned construction robots into battle mechs. In Rio de Janeiro, surfers used jet skis to rescue people from sinking alien landing craft. Dr. Chen's lab had become a command center for scientific defense. She and her team worked tirelessly, coming up with new ways to fight the aliens. "If we can disrupt their ship's energy core," she explained to her team, pointing at a holographic model, "we might be able to shut down their whole fleet at once." As the day wore on, it became clear that Earth wasn't going to fall easily. The Galactic Empire had expected a quick victory. Instead, they found themselves in a tough fight against a united and determined humanity. Commander Zix paced nervously on his ship. For the first time in his long military career, he was considering retreat. But admitting defeat to these primitive humans was unthinkable. As the sun set on the first day of the invasion, neither side had claimed victory. The people of Earth had proven themselves to be fierce defenders of their home. And the Galactic Empire had learned a valuable lesson: never underestimate humanity. The battle for Earth was far from over. But one thing was certain: this small blue planet wasn't going down without a fight. The galaxy was about to learn why you should never mess with humans. As the battle for Earth entered its second day, both sides were feeling the strain. The skies were filled with smoke and the remains of destroyed ships, both alien and human. Commander Zix stared out of his flagship's window, his purple skin pale with worry. "We need a new strategy," he muttered. Officer Vreen approached with a datapad. "Sir, we've analyzed their defenses. There's a weak point in their shield over the North Pole." Zix's eyes lit up. "Excellent. Prepare all ships for a concentrated attack." On Earth, in the secret underground command center, President Martinez was in a tense meeting with world leaders. "Our resources are stretched thin," the Chinese president said via hologram. "We can't keep this up forever." President Martinez nodded grimly. "We need a game changer. Dr. Chen, what's the status on your energy core disruptor?" Dr. Emily Chen stepped forward, looking tired but determined. "We're close, Madam President, but we need more time." Suddenly, alarms blared. A junior officer rushed in. "Mr. President, the aliens are massing for an attack on the North Pole." In New York, reporter Jack Thompson was broadcasting live from the ruins of Times Square. Despite the danger, he was determined to keep the world informed. "This is Jack Thompson, reporting from the front lines," he said, ducking as debris flew overhead. Despite heavy losses, the people of Earth continue to fight back against the alien invaders. As he spoke, a group of civilians ran past, carrying makeshift weapons. Among them was Maria, the former hacker-turned-fighter pilot. "Maria," Jack called out. "Can you tell us what's happening?" Maria paused, her face streaked with dirt and determination. "We're organizing a counterattack. The aliens think they've got us beat, but we've got a few tricks up our sleeves." High above the Earth, the Galactic Empire's fleet regrouped for their assault on the North Pole. Commander Zix felt confident again. This would be the turning point. "All ships, prepare to fire on my command," he ordered. But as the alien fleet moved into position, something unexpected happened. Hundreds of small, fast ships suddenly appeared, seemingly out of nowhere. Officer Vreen gasped. "Sir, those are our own scout ships." "But how?" On Earth, Dr. Chen allowed herself a small smile as she watched the confused alien fleet on her monitors. Her team had managed to capture and repurpose several alien scout ships, using them to create a stealth fleet. "Now," she shouted into her comm device. The repurposed scout ships sprang into action, darting between the larger alien vessels and causing chaos. At the same time, Earth's remaining defenses launched a massive counterattack. In Washington, D.C., President Martinez watched the battle unfold with a mix of hope and fear. "Come on," she whispered. "We can do this." Around the world, people held their breath as they watched the sky. In London, Tokyo, Rio de Janeiro, and every city in between, humans stood united, praying for victory. Back in New York, Jack Thompson's broadcast was reaching millions. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said, his voice filled with awe, "I've never seen anything like this. The bravery, the ingenuity of humanity. It's incredible." As he spoke, a massive explosion lit up the sky. One of the largest alien ships had been hit by Dr. Chen's energy core disruptor, causing a chain reaction that disabled several nearby ships. On his flagship, Commander Zix watched in horror as his fleet fell into disarray. "This is impossible," he shouted. "How can these primitives be defeating us?" Officer Vreen looked at his commander with newfound respect for their opponents. "Sir, I think we've made a terrible mistake. These humans, they're not primitives at all." As the battle raged on, it became clear that the tide was turning. Humanity, against all odds, was pushing back the Galactic Empire. The fight for Earth was far from over, but for the first time since the invasion began, hope was shining brighter than the explosions in the sky. Humanity had proven that they were not just survivors, but warriors, innovators, and a force to be reckoned with in the galaxy. As the third day of the invasion dawned, the people of Earth dared to hope. The Galactic Empire's once mighty fleet was in disarray, with many ships damaged or destroyed. Commander Zix paced the bridge of his flagship, his purple skin now a sickly shade. "This can't be happening," he muttered. "We are the Galactic Empire. We cannot lose to these humans." Officer Vreen approached cautiously. "Sir, we've received a message from Imperial High Command. They're ordering us to retreat." Zix's eyes widened in shock. "Retreat? Never. We will not be defeated by primitives." On Earth, the news of the aliens' wavering resolve spread quickly. In the underground command center, President Martinez allowed herself a small smile. "We're pushing them back," she said to her advisors. "But we can't let up now. Dr. Chen, what's our next move?" Dr. Emily Chen stepped forward, her eyes bright with excitement despite her exhaustion. "We've cracked their communication codes. We can now understand their transmissions and even send our own messages." In New York, reporter Jack Thompson was broadcasting from the top of a partially destroyed skyscraper. The city was battered but unbowed, with makeshift anti-aircraft guns on every rooftop. "This is Jack Thompson, reporting live," he said into his camera. "The alien fleet is in retreat, But the fight isn't over yet. Wait, what's that? He pointed his camera to the sky, where a massive ship was descending through the clouds. It was unlike any they had seen before, easily 10 times the size of the other alien vessels. In the command center, alarms blared. "Madam President," a general called out, "we're detecting a massive energy signature. It's like nothing we've ever seen before." President Martinez's face hardened. This must be their last-ditch effort. Prepare all defenses. High above the Earth, Commander Zix watched the arrival of the enormous ship with a mix of awe and fear. A hologram flickered to life on his bridge, revealing a stern-faced alien with ornate armor. "Supreme Commander Kraz," Zix said, bowing low. "You honor us with your presence." The hologram spoke, its voice deep and menacing. "You have failed, Commander Zix. I will show these humans the true might of the Galactic Empire." As the massive ship approached Earth, Dr. Chen and her team worked frantically to adapt their defenses. "If we can just modify the energy core disruptor," she muttered, her fingers flying over a holographic keyboard. Meanwhile, Maria, the ex-hacker turned pilot, led a squadron of Earth's fighters in a daring attack run on the giant ship. "Come on, you alien bastards," she growled, dodging laser fire. "Show us what you've got." On the ground, people watched the sky with a mixture of fear and determination. In London, Tokyo, Rio de Janeiro, and cities around the world, humans stood ready to fight to the last. Jack Thompson's voice echoed across the airwaves. "Ladies and gentlemen, we're witnessing history. Humanity stands united against an overwhelming force, showing courage and ingenuity that, wait, something's happening." A blinding light filled the sky as the giant alien ship charged its main weapon. The Earth itself seemed to tremble in anticipation of the blast. But at that moment, Dr. Chen's voice crackled over the global communication system. "Now, activate the disruptor." A pulse of energy shot from multiple points on Earth's surface, converging on the alien superweapon. For a heart-stopping moment, nothing seemed to happen. Then, with a sound like 1,000 thunderclaps, the giant ship's energy weapon backfired. Explosions rippled across its surface as its own power turned against it. Commander Zix watched in horror as the pride of the Imperial fleet began to break apart. Supreme Commander Kraz's hologram flickered and died. On Earth, a deafening cheer went up from every corner of the globe. Humanity had faced its greatest challenge and emerged victorious. As the remains of the alien fleet flowed into space, President Martinez addressed the world. "Today, we have shown the galaxy that Earth is not to be trifled with. We are strong, we are united, and we are here to stay." The battle was won, but the story of humanity's place in the galaxy was just beginning. In the days following humanity's victory over the Galactic Empire, Earth buzzed with activity. The skies, once filled with alien warships, now sparkled with debris that lit up the night like new constellations. Dr. Emily Chen stood in her lab, surrounded by alien technology salvaged from the battlefield. Her team worked tirelessly, reverse engineering the advanced devices. "This is incredible," she muttered, examining a small, glowing orb. "Their power sources are centuries ahead of ours, but we're catching up fast." Across the ocean in New York, reporter Jack Thompson walked through the streets, documenting the reconstruction efforts. Everywhere he looked, humans and repurposed alien robots worked side by side to clear rubble and rebuild. "This is Jack Thompson, reporting from a very different New York," he said into his camera. "The alien invasion changed everything, but the human spirit remains unbroken." As he spoke, a group of children ran past, playing with toy spaceships. Jack smiled. The youngest generation was already dreaming of the stars. In Washington, D.C., President Martinez sat in a meeting with world leaders, both in person and via holograms, a technology quickly adapted from alien communications. "The threat may be over for now," she said, her voice firm, "but we must prepare for the future. The galaxy now knows we exist, and we need to be ready." The Chinese president nodded in agreement. We propose a global space defense program. We must take our place among the stars. In orbit above Earth, Maria piloted a salvaged alien scout ship. She marveled at the view of her home planet. "Control, this is Starpilot," she radioed. "The new engines are working perfectly. We're ready to test the long-range scanners." As humanity took its first steps into advanced space travel, not everyone celebrated. In a secret location, Commander Zix sat in a dark room, a prisoner of the humans he had tried to conquer. A door opened, and Jack Thompson walked in with a camera crew. "Commander," he said, "you've agreed to an interview. The world wants to know, why did the Empire attack Earth?" Zix looked up, his purple skin pale in the harsh light. We thought you were primitives, easy to conquer. We were wrong." Jack leaned in, his eyes intense. "And now, what do you think of humans now?" Zix was quiet for a moment. "You are formidable. The galaxy underestimated you. They won't make that mistake again." As the interview aired around the world, Dr. Chen made a breakthrough in her lab. She rushed to the White House, where President Martinez was waiting. "Madam President," she said, breathless with excitement, "we've cracked their faster-than-light travel technology. We can build our own starships." President Martinez's eyes widened. She immediately called an emergency meeting with world leaders. As discussions about humanity's future in space began, a small fleet of ships took off from a secret base. Led by Maria, these brave explorers were Earth's first official venture beyond the solar system. "All systems go," Maria said, her voice trembling with excitement. "Course laid in for Alpha Centauri. Let's make history." The ships accelerated, then vanished in a flash of light, leaving Earth behind. Back on the planet, Jack Thompson stood on the rebuilt roof of his new studio, looking up at the stars. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said, his voice carried to millions around the world, "today marks the beginning of a new era. Humanity has defeated an alien empire, unlocked the secrets of the universe, and taken our first steps into the cosmic community." He paused, his eyes glistening with emotion. "We don't know what's waiting for us out there. But one thing is certain. Humanity is ready. We've proven our strength, our ingenuity, and our unity. The galaxy had better watch out, because here we come." As Jack's words echoed across the globe, millions of humans looked up at the night sky with new eyes. The stars were no longer distant, unreachable points of light. They were destinations full of challenges and opportunities. The Galactic Empire had sought to conquer Earth. Instead, they had awakened a sleeping giant. Humanity was now a force to be reckoned with, ready to take its place among the stars. 5 years had passed since the Galactic Empire's failed invasion of Earth. Humanity had made incredible strides, turning alien technology to their advantage and expanding their presence in space. On a bustling space station orbiting Mars, Dr. Emily Chen put the finishing touches on her latest invention. It was a device that could translate any alien language in real time. "This will change everything," she said to her team, her eyes shining with excitement. "We're ready to talk to the galaxy." Meanwhile, in the depths of space, Maria piloted Earth's first diplomatic vessel. Her ship, the Unity, carried representatives from every nation on Earth. "Coming up on the coordinates now," Maria announced, her voice steady despite her nervousness. They were about to make first contact with a peaceful alien race. As the Unity dropped out of faster-than-light travel, a breathtaking sight greeted them. A massive space station hung in space, its design unlike anything humans had ever seen. Back on Earth, Jack Thompson prepared for the most important broadcast of his career. Billions of humans waited anxiously for news of the meeting. "This is Jack Thompson, reporting live from New York," he began. "Any moment now, we expect to hear from our diplomats as they meet with the Galactic Council." In Washington, D.C., President Martinez watched the broadcast with bated breath. The future of humanity hung in the balance. Aboard the alien space station, Maria and the Earth diplomats were greeted by a diverse group of alien species. Some were humanoid, others completely foreign in appearance. A tall, elegant being stepped forward. "Welcome, humans," it said, using a translator similar to Dr. Chen's invention. "We are the Galactic Council. We've been watching your progress with great interest." The lead human diplomat, a woman named Aisha, stepped forward. "We come in peace, seeking friendship and knowledge." The alien smiled, or at least made an expression that seemed like a smile. "You've already taught us much. Your defeat of the Empire showed us that size and technology aren't everything. Courage and ingenuity can overcome great odds." As the diplomatic talks continued, news of the peaceful contact spread across Earth. People celebrated in the streets, marveling at how far they'd come in just 5 years. In his prison cell, Commander Zix watched the broadcast with mixed emotions. "They did it," he muttered. "They really did it." A guard approached his cell. "Commander, President Martinez wants to see you." Zix was brought to a secure room where President Martinez waited. "Commander," she said, "in light of recent events, we're offering you a choice. Continue your imprisonment or work with us as we navigate galactic politics." Zix was stunned. You would trust me." Martinez smiled. "Trust, but verify. Your knowledge could be invaluable, and perhaps you could learn something from us in return." As Zix considered the offer, Dr. Chen was making another breakthrough in her lab on Mars. She burst into a conference room where Earth's leaders were discussing the Galactic Council meeting. "We've done it," she exclaimed. "We've found a way to terraform Mars in just a decade." The room erupted in excited chatter. Humanity's expansion in the solar system was about to accelerate dramatically. On the Unity, as the diplomatic meeting concluded, Maria received the news. She shared it with their new alien allies, who were impressed by humanity's rapid progress. "You continue to surprise us," the alien representative said. "We look forward to seeing what else you'll achieve." As the Unity prepared to return to Earth, Maria looked out at the star-filled space. Just a few years ago, this was all science fiction. Now, it was her everyday reality. Jack Thompson's voice echoed across Earth and its colonies as he concluded his broadcast. "Ladies and gentlemen, today marks a new chapter in human history. We've taken our place among the stars, not as conquerors, but as equals. The galaxy is vast and full of wonders, and humanity is ready to explore it all." As his words faded, people everywhere looked to the skies with hope and determination. The failed invasion had been a blessing in disguise, catapulting humanity into a new age of discovery and innovation. The Galactic Empire had sought to conquer Earth. Instead, they had unleashed humanity's true potential. And now, the entire galaxy watched with anticipation to see what these remarkable humans would do next. The end, or perhaps just the beginning.